Hello, I'm Samantha Buckley, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial for the iPad application called SceneSpeak. So we're going to start at the home page and scroll until you find the icon for SceneSpeak, which is right here, and tap it. So you should see at the bottom of the screen 4 icons that are labeled VSD Library, My Books, Settings, and Info. So let's start at the Info icon. Tap that and it will bring you to this page, which includes the manual for the program and also the support email address and the website, which includes some helpful information for operating the device. So next, let's go to the bottom of the screen and tap the Settings icon. So here you can choose a pre-recorded voice like this.
This is a test of the voice speaking simulation utility. Thank you for using SceneSpeak.
Okay, and the device also lets you record your own voice if you want to. Over here you can choose which you want to be your default bookcase. You can have the VSD page, which we'll go over later, or the books. And you can choose whether or not you want to show edits and show hotspots. So if you have a more advanced client, you may not need to show the hotspots, which are the labels for the items. And for the book category, you can either make it so the client can flip the pages like this, or you can put arrows on the screen for the patient to tap. You can use a password to lock the screen if your patient might accidentally tap the edit button, okay, just to prevent that from happening. And you can also back up information to iCloud. Alright, so let's go back to the bottom of the screen and tap VSD Library. So VSD stands for Visual Scene Display. So we tap that icon, and on this page you're going to see pictures of several labeled scenes to choose from. So here we have a park, a child's bedroom, etc. You can choose a picture that's already there, or you can add a new picture by clicking on the Edit Mode button in the top right corner. Then you scroll down to the bottom of the screen and you can touch to add the icon in the bottom right corner, or you can just tap the Add button up here. Okay. So here you should have a flashing cursor, and you can type in the picture you're looking for that you want to add. And it doesn't have to be a scene, it can be any picture that you take with your iPad camera, or you can find it through Google or Bing search, or transfer it from a computer. So I'm going to type in the word beach. And then tap return. Select. Then you hit the Choose Image icon at the top here and hit whichever you prefer to get your picture from. So I'm going to go to a Google search, and then it will come up with all of the results. So I'm going to choose the picture that I like. Okay. And then once it's done loading, you hit full size image on the right over here. And then here at the bottom you'll see a button that says Use Image. Tap that. Okay. Now you can choose what size you want it to be. Make it smaller or bigger. Okay. And then once you're done, you can hit Apply and go back to your VSD library, and there it is. Okay. Now you can organize your pictures into books, so tap My Books. Okay, and then you can go to the edit mode and you can add a book here. Okay, touch to add. Go down to the beach. You can actually go to the books here and hit this touch to add button, then type in beach. And then click on the beach button. Hit done. And now you should have a beach book. Go back, and there's your beach book. Okay, so let's go back to the VSD library and tap on a picture to add typed and audible labels for objects. So I'm going to choose the classroom. Okay, and all these squares here are hotspots, so these are where I've added labels. So to add a new label, tap Manage Hotspot in the top corner here. Hit Add. And I'm going to tap on the stoplight here since it's not labeled yet. Okay, you tap it twice. And then you can either record your own voice here. So you can tap that there, hit record, say the name of the object, and then hit stop when you're finished saying it, and then hit play to make sure it's saying it how you want it to be said. Or you can hit text to speech, type in the words. So I would put in, you can put in traffic light. Okay. Hit preview.
Traffic light.
Okay, so it has that automated voice we chose earlier. And then if you want to, you can add a pop-up text. So tap on that box where the cursor is. And then type in traffic light. So the child has a visual label as well when he or she taps on it. Okay, and you can choose which color you want the label to be. If you have a dark background, you might want to choose white. Okay. And then just hit save when you're finished down here. Okay, so now we're going to go back and it will save everything that you've changed. And if we go to the playing mode, go back to the classroom, you can tap different objects and it will say them.
Traffic light.
So there's that one. Okay, and before I went in and labeled them, some of them with my own voice.
Calendar.
Okay, so you can have the child record, the parent can record their voice, or anyone who's working with the child. It's flexible. You can also rearrange your books. So I put my books in the order of the activities that the child has for the day. So anything that they do at home, like, you know, and if they get up in the morning and brush their teeth, they can go to that book and see what they do, just to kind of organize their day. And then they'll go to school, and then they'll go to therapy. So you can kind of use it as a visual schedule. So you can rearrange the books by tapping this arrange button in the top right corner. Okay, and then you just double tap any one you want to move and then drag it to the position you want it to be in. And then when you're finished, hit the done button, thumbs up in the corner. Okay, so let's go back to the classroom picture from the VSD menu. I just want to show you a couple of activities you can do with this program for teaching. Okay, so since most of the locations in the classroom are labeled already, the SLP or teacher can help the child to develop his question answering skills by asking WH questions such as, where do you sit to write? And the child should answer by tapping the table, and it will say the word. Okay, and if the child taps the incorrect place,
Rug.
he'll know what that place is called from the label. And for children who are just starting school, you can also use the program to identify classroom objects by tapping. So for example, the SLP could say, point to the calendar. So let's say the child pointed to some other object instead. They pointed to the art in the classroom.
Artwork.
They would still see what that label for that object is, and that would help them to learn new objects in the classroom. And then the teacher could just guide them to move their finger to the left. That object is more on the left side of the classroom, so you can teach right and left, and the child may eventually find the calendar.
Table. Calendar.
Alright, and it will label it for them. I hope you feel better equipped to use the SceneSpeak program after watching this video. Good luck!